ultra runners, it's Dylan here, fresh off another week of miles, smiles, and lots of chafing. It's time for our leaderboard review, where we will celebrate the runners in our area that have made their mark on the mileage leaderboards hosted by Strava, and maybe left their legs questioning their life choices. Before we dive in, let's get inspired. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." So hills are just Earth's way of reminding us that we're stronger than gravity. Side stitches are just proof that we're alive and well, fighting the good fight. Life isn't about avoiding obstacles. It's about leaning into them. And speaking of endurance, to get biblical, Hebrews 12:1 laid it down perfectly. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. If that's not divine endorsement for ultra running, I don't know what is. Whether the race is an ultra of baby proportions at the 50K, or the 100-mile monster, or the 240, whatever it is, every step counts. And yesterday, we ran the 4th KWUR Exhibition 50K. 4th being as many as I've run. It was the 3rd official organized event, but we're just going to keep things simple and call it 4. So we're going to recap that, and of course we're going to get into the leaderboard achievements of the community. And spoiler, these individuals are definitely putting their GPS watches to the ultimate test. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I will try to keep the energy levels up. I'm a very tired individual, but I did have an ice bath today. So first of all, we're going to look at the recovery paced ultra that I ran yesterday. Now, if I was not by myself, it probably would have been faster. It was a decent elevation climb of 501 meters. We did it in 6:20. But if you look, there is about an hour worth of breaks taken over the course of the effort. Definitely not ideal, but that's the only way we were really going to get it done, if I'm being honest. So, looking at the pace data, you will see that anytime the elevation increases, the pace will decrease. Also, there was some snow drifts in the beginning. You'll notice at the 8 kilometer mark, that was where we took our first stop right there. Timmy's bathroom, food, etc., etc. And the fastest clip, or the fastest split, was right when I started noticing that the park run was happening, right about there. Picked up the pace, got to about here where they finished, just out on this intersection of Cortland and David, before Cortland turns into Jubilee. And the organist for the event asked me if I was part of the park run, and I said, no, I'm actually running a 50K today. And he's like, oh, dang. And then I couldn't look all slow and pathetic, so I picked up the pace until I was safely out of sight. And then we slowed it back down. But I kept a good pace until exiting the park. And there was a long, good stretch from 16 to 22 where I kept a halfway decent pace for endurance running. Slowed it down, but you can see there was a significant elevation increase The grade is quite steep. I popped in there, grabbed an electrolyte drink. Also, that will hurt the pace data there, but I did manage to do it quickly, so it didn't drag us along too deep into pace deficit. So, anyways, it was a nice and easy run, with necessary stops. Obviously, the elevation climb happened in the later clicks where we were running through Colombia. So, actually, no, that was Monarch Woods. I'm looking at. There was also elevation climb that happened there. I took some different routes to slow it down, but stay challenged. Where is our 25 meters? That sounds. Excuse me. No, that's not coming into. Anyway, Columbia Forest. Right here it should be. Excuse me. I had a stevia based soda, and it is just coming back up. Elevation 400 meters. Yeah, quite a bit. Now, that's the run. It happened. There's going to be another one next week. I promised weeklies, and I aim to deliver on that promise. So, moving right along. We're going to check out the club leaderboards for mileage. We'll also flip it into other lenses as we do. Again, pulling from the KW Trail Runners leaderboards, as that leaderboard is more densely populated with 500 members, which makes the achievements a little bit more relevant. So, let's take a look. In number 1, we have Kyle Shooten. Congratulations, brother. You are sitting at 114.9 for the week. 15 activities. Broke it up quite a bit. That's fine. 14 kilometers is a respectable distance. It's not what we'd call an ultra, but the volume is. So there you go. If you can condense this into a period of, like, I would say, what part of the week would I hit that volume when I'm going for the 161? Probably by Thursday. So if you can do that in 4 days, that'd be solid. That's a quick pace though, pretty good. Elevation, it's looking pretty impressive. We'll pop open the profile, give it a little gander, put you on the spot a little bit. All right, a little selfie action there on some Snowfall Road. We got some trail action there, it looks like. Some what do you call that, Swift? Haven't tried it. Looks interesting. Maybe I'll try it. Got some road running there. Just a little shakeout. I love those little shakeout runs. Solid little speedy 6K. Also a fun little run to do. This is approaching endurance pace, and it's more than 10K. So it's right on, brother. Where were we going? Were we going in the trails? Maybe, maybe not. There might be a trail in there. Actually, that looks like it's a backyard trail cutting through. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Right on. Looks like some solid elevation gains there. Some little climbs. But all in all, congratulations, Kyle. You're the leaderboard king for this week. Fengao coming in second, 104.3, just doing his thing. 7 runs, a little over a half marathon as his longest, but speedy as speedy can be. Charles Priddle, 100 kilometers. Welcome to the Hundo Club. I'm sure you've been here before. That's fine. 6 runs, looking good. A 35 click run. That is pretty good, you know, considering the pace and elevation. Holy smokes. Vicky Sidhu, same thing. Hundo Mile Club, sitting at 4th, 8 runs. 32 being the longest, 5:18. kilometer average pace. Pretty darn good. However, how did you manage to run everything that flat, my friend? That itself is an accomplishment. We're going to go ahead and kind of skedaddle on down the ladder. Holy smokes, that elevation. Michel Giuseppe. Looking good out there. Not quite breaking 100. Chilling with my boy Boris on just above Boris here. Boris did 90. 6 runs. Half marathons pretty consistently. That was his longest run, average pace just under 6. Zone 2 chilling. Big, strong, heavier individual. That's a respectable pace given all things considered. Respectable elevation as well. Good job, Boris Coco Cow. That's a fun name to say. Just under 90 with 6 runs. Again, half marathon club. Faster than fast pace. Well, I mean, it's a fast pace. But again, no elevation, so she's probably chilling on the track. Peter Lee, the original OG, the guy that had me coming for the spot. 76.4, right on, dog. 5 runs, again, half marathon club. Just under 6 minute endurance pace. Very comfortable. Same story in 9th with Jilong Chen. But we have a decent elevation climb there, so we're looking at some trail running for sure. And then 10th, Guy Smiley, 70 plus, 9 runs, just under the half marathon distance, similar endurance pace, very common pace. Seems like a very human rhythm. You'll see a lot of it. Now, not to skip along, but I'm just going to give a quick little mention at my position here. If this pace is slow, but that's because of this, right? And I'm in a recovery week, so this was an active recovery 50K. If we go longest run, sort by longest, there you go, fellas. So, no, I can't just go and do that. We gotta do the. So I ran the longest. Who ran the fastest? Wow, dude. But like, you're running very. That was the only run. You just like, I'm gonna run 2K, and I'm done for the week. Whatever, man. It's all good. Ben Milburn, weren't you on the leaderboard last week? Pretty sure you were. This is still broken. I don't know why it only says 151. It's quite annoying, but whatever. We're past it. I did 161, not 151. It is what it is. But yes, returning to the pace leaders for the week. It seems like all the people that go fast once. just I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna sprint, and I'm gonna call it a week, is how it seems to go. Lydia, a common mileage monster, taking some time off after some much needed well, actually she killed it. Beat me twice in a row and really went for it, but she's still doing her thing out there, just enjoying herself, and that's what's really important. Have fun and do what you love because you love it. Don't do it just because you think you have to. Make it a chore. Don't make it laborious, right? So, that's that. I think we pretty much covered it. So, again, let's do a summary, all right? Kyle, congratulations. Feng, congratulations. Charles, congratulations. You guys own the podium this week. Well deserved. I'm taking a week off. Next week I will be doing 161, so if you want to maintain that crown, Kyle, you know what you got to do. In terms of monthly winners, I think it was definitely I won 2 weeks. No, I only won one. I think Lydia won the rest of them. So Lydia was the November champ. Going into the week of December, I'm down one, Kyle. You got number one for December, so maybe you can bring it next month, and we'll see how it happens. But I'm pretty sure I'm going back. Not next month. Next week. You're gonna have to come a little harder than 114 if you want to maintain the crown, because I'm gonna probably do 161 again, but we'll see. God willing, if I don't get injured, or knock on wood. I don't even, this is not real wood. This is MDF particle stuff. I don't know. But anyway, congratulations to everybody. Kyle, number one runner for distance, Fengao and Charles. I did that. Longest run, I'm the guy. And average pace, our fastest, we got Jonathan. I think he's been in that spot before. Ben Milburn showing up in the top 10. He was a leader last week for mileage. And just as an added bonus, let's go to the clubs and see how our actual KW Ultra Runner Club is doing. We do have enough for a leaderboard. Kyle's in there. He took the spot this week. But does anybody in the Ultra Club? Nah. See, that's that. Come on, guys. I can't be the only one in KW actually running ultras during the week. And don't give me that work schedule excuse, okay? Because when I had a work schedule and I hadn't even run a marathon distance yet. This was me transitioning from combat sports into running as a main event. So don't get me wrong, running's always been a part of my life. In elementary school, I ran the 1500 meter. That was my event through is like whenever we started track, grade 3, 4, 5. Anyways, I ran the 1500 meter. I loved that event. I liked track and field. I ended up doing Kung Fu. They had a run schedule. We ran 5K 3 times a week. After that, I started boxing, and running was my cross training. I would do 5 miles a day, sometimes 7, 8 to 10. So running was always foundationally in my athletic schedule, but it has never until recently become my primary focus. And since then, when I was training for half marathon distance and getting used to that, I would run them after work, and I'd be sore as a MF. But I would do it because I knew I needed to do it, because if I took this seriously as a lifestyle and a choice, as something that I wanted to pursue, the way that I pursue things, which is all in, there ain't no half-stepping, is what I'm trying to say. So, as the founder and organist of the KW Ultra Runners community, I ask that you guys consider running the 50K once a week. Get used to it. If you gotta walk as much as I walked last time, that's fine. Set aside, I'd say 7 hours on a Saturday. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It's basically showing up to work. That's what it is. My 50K is showing up to work, is what it is. Because running is something that I love. And if you do something that you love enough, you can eventually do it at a level that is respectable enough to put you in a position that, for example, let's take Jim Wellesley, for example. He decided it was his goal to win UTMB. And to win UTMB comes with a large cash prize that you could probably sit on for half a year. Now, if you're a Jim Wellesley and take running as seriously as Jim Wellesley takes it, then it can become your job. And I would love nothing more that every day of my life became a work of passion. And I'm not asking that of everybody, but once in a while, at least once a month, I'd say, if you're a KW ultra runner, if you're wearing that moniker, you gotta run an ultra in KW once a month. That's not a big ask. I'm gonna do it every week. So, and eventually, I'm telling you, eventually, it's gonna go up from 50K. I'm gonna be doing like 50K, 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 big one, 100K, 75K. Well, there's an order of progression. It's going to go 50K, 75, 50 miles, 100K, 75 miles, 100 miles. No, 75. There's a natural progression, and it's going to go that way. Don't ask me to figure it out right now because I got to wrap this up. I've been riffing for a long time. So, congratulations everybody. You've done a great job. This is me signing off for the day. Follow me on Instagram at run4stride. That's run the number 4 stride. And Stride is a social initiative that I'm working on that stands for supporting togetherness, resilience, innovation, discipline, and empowerment. It's something else. So I won't bore you with the details, but that's my handle if you'd like to find me on socials. This is Dylan signing off. Happy trails. Stay ultra.